All right, so I am going to try to make one of these. This is the EM Gut Brush Soap or shampoo and conditioner. This is in the unicorn one. This is what it looks like. It's got like the little thing in here. I have been using this for a while. These are my favorite brush cleaners. I love these. I got this at Morphe like 3 years ago. Maybe even longer, 4 years ago. I don't know, remember when the last time I was actually at the Morphe store. So I actually bought this at the Morphe store when I went, not the first time the first time I think I went, but then of course recently I picked up the Morphe one, which is the actual Morphe brand. And this is the brush cleaner, balm and scrubbers. Eucalyptus chill. And this is what it looks like when you open it up. There's like the brush thing on it. So instead of having it like this here, it comes with this, with the M on it, so it's the Morphe one, and then it has a little piece of plastic. And then this is what it looks like. This is a little bit more creamier compared to this one. This is more like a soap, and this is a little bit more creamier. I don't really smell the eucalyptus in here, but I have not actually used this one yet because I'm still trying to get through this. But I think I spent, I want to say like $12 to $14 for this American. I'm obviously living in Canada, so it's a lot more money than I want to use on a brush cleaner, but I really wanted to try it out because I love this one so much. So what I'm actually going to do is I am going to see if I can recreate one of these myself. So what I'm going to use are, yeah, don't judge me, are some bar soaps that I got when I was at a hotel. All of them are from a hotel. The ones that you know you use when you're you go stay in a hotel. So yes, I grabbed a few of the ones we did not use when I was in, I think Mexico. I don't know where this one came from, but so these are both, this one and this one are both body bars that are like with the bumps on them. And then this is just a facial cleaner. Got shea butter in it, so I'm gonna use those. I do have a few things that I am using to recreate these. I don't have any more plastic ones like this, so I have tins, and this is just from your average kind of dollar store tin. This one is an actual bar tin. This came with a bar soap, shampoo. So this actually is for shampoo. I had this shampoo bar and I kind of tried it out one time, but I didn't really enjoy it, but it came in the tin, so I'm gonna probably use that tin. Picked up this, and this is from just like a store in the mall that I work at, and it is like an Asian dollar store thing. This is Velcro, so I'm gonna try to recreate this on it. So I'm gonna use this to mix and put everything in, and I'm going to use this. This is a cute little stir thing that I bought a while ago. Came from a dollar store, but it's actually, I bought it to help scoop out products. So it is a cosmetic one. Cutting board, because I'm in the kitchen. I'm just gonna use a knife, regular knife. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut these into very tiny sections. Oh, this is just shredding. Oh, that's good. I don't know if you can see that. I've seen a few videos where you can do this, but it shreds. You're supposed to shred it with a shredder and then put it in the microwave. Apparently I don't need to worry about that because this is already doing that.
You know, sometimes we hide behind this illusion that we're done. Oh.
The good thing about using a cutting board or one of these from the dollar stores, you could just do this.
I don't want to say it, but it just feels right.
Don't criticize my cutting skills. Don't come for me. I am definitely not a chef. I don't know how to cut vegetables very well and or anything like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I have all this soap. I do not want any soap residue on my counters. I'm just going to pour this into here, which is also one of the good things about using one of these cutting boards is you can literally just do that. So with all the videos I have seen of people doing this, I'm gonna break that up a little bit, too big. Everyone puts a little bit of water in, so I'm gonna put like a tablespoon or a teaspoon of water. So this is what it looks like. Wish me luck that I don't burn this because I'm putting it in the microwave. I'm gonna do this in increments, so I'm actually gonna put it in for about 10 seconds, and then things really happened in the 10 minutes that, or 10 minutes, the 10 seconds that I put it in. So I'm just going to mix this around a bit. You can see it's starting to tiny bit melt, but it could be because the water I put in here was hot, or because of the water. This is what it's starting to look like. This is with another, this was with 20 more seconds. Some of these pieces are a bit too big. So what I'm doing is I'm just mixing it, trying to make sure that it's not too like clumped together. I'm gonna do this, put it back in. Now I'm doing 15 minutes so I don't end up wrecking anything. I have done something similar to this once before. I was trying to make bath scrub body wash bars for my sister one year for Christmas, and I completely fried the soap. I shredded it, which is why I didn't shred this time, because I don't tend to. So what it happened was is it bubbled and it did not go very well. So that's what it's looking like now. Okay. Oh yeah, so we're starting to get to that point where it's not like melting. I'm gonna have to put some more water in it. I'm just gonna mix it around. I think this is probably almost good. I'm gonna leave it in for, I think I'm gonna put it back in the microwave for a tiny bit longer, but I think we're probably at that point where if I don't do something with it now, it's not, I don't think it's gonna melt fully. So I have a bit of coconut oil that I'm also gonna stick in it. I'm gonna grab a teaspoon, actually probably even less. I'm just gonna use this part. So it's starting to bubble, so I'm sure that that's probably as good as it's gonna get. It's very movable. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm kind of squishing it into the sides. So it's probably as good as it's gonna get. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take the other side of this, and this is just a bit of coconut oil. It's just a little bit. I'm not taking too much. I don't want to take too much because I don't want it to be too oily. So I think I'll take the small one and see if that, I don't think that's gonna, yeah, that should fit. Okay. The good thing about using a clear container is you can kind of see what's going on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna divide this in half and shove it in like that. All right, I'm gonna grab the other a little bit more. Stick it in. Oh, it's definitely warm. The container's getting warm. Maybe I probably should have used a different kind of container. Oh, that might be too much. Be careful if you're putting it in one of these kind of containers. It is packed. So now I'm just kind of going like this, trying to get rid of any air bubbles. The same thing you would do if you were making like an eyeshadow or repressing an eyeshadow, trying to get those air bubbles out. So I'm just going to make sure it's nice and even. A lot of people press this down. And I'm not going to do that because it's literally sticking out of the container. However, I'm going to use a piece of paper towel. Again, dollar store. This is like craft paper towel. I don't really use paper towel very often unless I'm crafting. I'm going to make sure that I get all of this out of the grooves just because I don't want there to be a hard, because like this screws on top of it. What I'm going to do now is make sure it's nice and clean, and I'm going to stick this in the fridge. I was gonna put it in the freezer, but I really don't want anything to happen to it, so I'm gonna just put it in the fridge. And because it's still warm, I'm gonna leave it in the fridge for a while, and then we'll circle back and I'll show you what it looks like. So while that's sitting in the freezer now, I'm going to actually take this, and I'm just taking this apart. This is the soft side, this is the side that I need. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to kind of round the edges of this a little bit with some scissors. Not maybe a bit too much on that one side. So now it's rounded. So I'm gonna kind of cut to where it kind of needs to be. So you just kind of eyeball it. I'm gonna kind of eyeball it to like here, maybe. Just gonna cut it down. It doesn't need to be that big, honestly. I'm just taking a piece like that, rounding. Oh, I don't even need to round the edges now that it fits. So what I'm gonna do is I am gonna round the edges just because I like the idea of it looking all similar. And I'm actually going to use my glue gun and glue it down. All I'm gonna do is put a little bit of glue here and a little bit of glue here and glue it down.
5 hours later.
Is what it's looking like now that it's completely kind of frozen. Obviously I'm wearing a different shirt, so it's been a couple of hours. To make it fair, I'm going to use this for both of them. So you can see I'm going to use 2 eyeshadow brushes. One of them is going to be this one, and one of them is going to be with this one, and I'm going to use this to clean both of them. Take this one, get it wet. This normally works better because I have a little bit of a lip here, but I don't really have one at the moment, so I'm just going to take my hot, rub it on here. I'm just going to take this and rub it like this. Oh, took all the stains off of it. I'm going to do that one more time. There's a little bit of color right in here. I'm just going to go like this. One, get it a little bit wet. And just gonna do this. I think this one actually cleaned better than this one did. Because when I wiped it on here, you can see that it got a little bit of color still, so it wasn't fully covered. So I'm gonna try this one more time with a different brush. Try something that's a bit harder to do. So these are eyebrow brushes. They both have eyebrow gel on it. One's from Anastasia and one of them is from Tarte. So I'm just going to rinse this off. Obviously, because it's white, you can kind of see the color. So I'm just going to take the one brush, just get it wet. Okay, so take this one. This one's the one that is usually the dirtiest, and I'm gonna go like this with it. These are what they look like. They're pretty clean, actually. This one usually tends to get stained, and all the kind of staining came off of them, and because they're so light normally, they kind of get stained on the tips, but not bad. So to be perfectly honest, the only thing I can really see the difference between the two, other than price, is the fact that this one eventually kind of comes around from the outside, and you can kind of see how it's pulling away from there. Obviously, this hasn't been used as much. This one kind of does stay a little bit like color like wise. It's still got a little bit of the eyebrow pencil or stuff in it. This one kind of has a little bit too. Seriously, this cost me, I can't even remember, but the other Morphe one cost me like closer to $15 to $16. And the tin cost me $1, and then the soap came for free. So that is awesome. I'm so excited that I found an a different way to, an alternate makeup brush cleaner. I still have to get through the Morphe one, but I'm definitely gonna be doing this more. The only thing that I can see that might be a difference, which actually would probably help clean my brushes more, is this one's still a little bit, it's got ridges on it. So you can kind of see like it's bumpy. But if I wasn't using this and I was just cleaning my makeup brushes, I have a feeling that if I was just using the Velcro on the lids, that this one would work a lot better due to the fact that it's got a bit of bumpiness in here. So I actually prefer that. All right, well, if you guys enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and make sure you hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you're getting the notifications of my upcoming videos. I hope you guys are staying safe and I hope you have a great day. Bye.